رجعنا لكم بحلقة جديدة من بودكاست AAB. كل مرة نتعرف على شخص فنان وشخص معروف يعطينا خبرة من اللي عنده ونتعلم بوايد أشياء. هالمرة شخص نقدر نقول أكثر من سينمائي، شخص أكثر من مشهور، شخص واصل بالمكان اللي هو فيه. Mr. Peter, how are you? How's everything with you?
All fantastic, sir. Thank you so much.
How was Kuwait with you until now?
No, it's beautiful. It's, I think, I landed yesterday.
Yeah?
And had a 2 hours sleep and went out to watch film shooting.
Film shooting?
Yeah.
Well, in one day you got a film shooting?
Yeah. So one of my friend, Sadiq Taki,
Yeah.
he's one of my customer. He said, come home. I went to his place. From there, he took me to a set. It was fantastic. Netflix and DPs from House of Cards or something.
Ooh.
A big Hollywood DP. It was nice. We had a chat with the director, the DP.
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk about this. This is a new thing. We need to have a talk. But first, before going into production, we want to know, Peter, has you?
Yeah, me. I don't think it's something. I've been in the. So I was born in a very small town. So the place is called Ooty.
Ooty, yeah.
In India.
Yeah, it's a production place. It's known for being.
It's a shooting place. It's a very beautiful place. People,
amazing sets, greens, and these things. Yeah.
Exactly. You know this place.
I searched a lot about it to know what to ask you. Definitely of the place, and got things ready to control the angles.
While studying there, somehow I got interested in seeing all these shoots happening.
Yeah.
I got interested more intrigued about cinematographers because these are the guys who are holding a, light meter, and I was so intrigued about it. From there, I wanted to study film school, so I went to one of the oldest film school in India. Mm-hmm. It's called Film and Television Institute of Tamil Nadu. It used to be called. Now it is, I think it's called Film and Television Institute of MGR Film, some name changes. Mm-hmm. I wanted to study cinematography, but I couldn't. But I had to opt for film processing. It was very interesting. Mm-hmm. It was, literally we were processing films and what people talk about now.
The old way.
The old way, celluloid film, and you put it on, chemicals and different baths and wash and chemicals and wash. And so all these things happen. And what people talk now about the dynamic range and all the stuff, which we used to have, sensitometry, all these things, those days. That was good. So from there, then we went into the industry, struggling to get jobs. It was not unlike today. Those days was you have to be a part of a big cinematographer's team.
Okay.
Somehow we managed here, there. And finally I landed up in Dubai for a project in 96 or something.
Okay.
Then there was a steady income, so I stuck.
Can we know what's the project? Where did it launch? This project, I want to know, what is it?
It was, they called me for a shipping project, to shoot something about shipping line, which I was not experienced. It's more of a, but it was filming, so I was more intrigued. I came here. It was new to me. There was no crew, nothing. You are a one-man show. You carry all the gears yourself, go to the set, you shoot.
Yeah, you're the light man, you're the cameraman, you're the sound guy.
Exactly.
Editor.
Exactly. Starting, it was a little bit disappointing. In the sense, how come as a cameraman I can do all these things? But eventually I learned a lot in that, on that process. Because I was a one-man show. I could shoot, direct, edit, music, cut music. There's so many software. Everything was different software. Titling, everything was different. So we could do that. And I learned a lot. Then the income was steady, so I was stuck there for almost 20 years.
Oh.
Different line, from different companies. Then I moved into sales, technical sales.
Okay.
In a company in Dubai, because there was not much jobs in the cinema, in the shooting side. So I had to move to sales, technical sales, which I was not a salesman. But anyway, you had to pay the bills or something. So I moved to this.
But you went into sales into the same category.
Yeah, same category. So that's what the boss, which I used to work for, brought me into this company and said that technically I was sound. If you want, you can keep him because I don't have money to pay him. Something like that. So I moved into sales. And it was a little bit disappointing because you don't know what you're going to do. Eventually, it was good, man, because I learned a lot from that job. And the income became much more better and steady and all the stuff. So slowly I started bringing in. I mean, this particular company was like they were doing a lot of broadcast equipments, and we brought in a lot of cinema equipments. So I was handling somewhere around 10 to 15 products, cinema products, like high-end cameras and lenses and all stuff. So I had the opportunity to go to this manufacturers, the factories. Then I had the opportunity to talk to a lot of experts to learn things about these products. And this really encouraged me. I mean, I used to attend a lot of, for example, expos where they were showing. So I was not only interested in purchasing from the company what we need, but I was also interested in what the other things were. So I used to talk to a lot of people. I gained a lot of, understanding from these people. Learned it from the masters in the industries. Like this, I met, the founder of Panther, Mr. Fritz.
Nice.
And founder of Steadicam. All these people. I could even literally talk to them. They were very kind. These are the people when you approach, they were more than happy to tell you about their products.
Yeah.
They were so proud because these are the guys who literally, they are the pillars of the cinematography.
They're the people who changed everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when you talk to them, you understand, they were so enthusiastic. They were ready to show you. They were hands-on to show you. They were so proud. This also made me little more, hungry for more things to learn more. So that's how I got into the line.
And you learned now, those people, when they give you those information, did any one of them give you something that made you, I want to be this guy? Something's very valuable.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Say, for example, there is a dolly called Panther. You know about this, right? It's a very synonymous for dollies. Yeah. Even if you see any other brand, they'll say, I want a Panther.
Pluck the name.
Yeah. When I went to the one exhibition in, I think in Germany, Cinec, it used to be called Cinec. So I went to the stand and I saw Mr. Fritz. He's won a technical Oscar for this product.
Oh.
And I just say, sir, I'm so-and-so. I'm from India and I live in Dubai. I'm working for such and such company. So happy to meet you. And we shook hands. And immediately, what he did, he was like 70, 73 or something. He started taking a product that was a new product they're launching in that particular. He took that product, put it on. He started displaying, giving me a demo about the product. So I was thinking, his enthusiasm was as good as when he was young.
Yeah.
Because he's proud. He's proud of his product. He knows what it can do and all stuff. So I said, these are the things you learn from I said, man, I have to be like someone like him, in future. Not even if I don't manufacture or find not a founder or an inventor or something, but I would like to have the same enthusiasm in whatever I do. I think I'm trying to be there somewhere.
It's exactly when we sat and saw you talking today, you were screaming.
Is it?
I represent this brand. And we're going to talk about the brand in a bit.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it, but it shows very clearly that this is what I love. Since we talked about the brand, and you were talking to big people and people that represent this and people who created this. You represent, you don't just represent. You're the Middle East Director of Sales.
Yeah.
Of Cooke Lenses.
Exactly.
One of the top cinema lenses, something amazing. They have variety of line.
That's right, yeah.
So we're actually talking to one. So when you're saying I'm talking to a guy who did the stabilizer, we're talking to the director of sales in the Middle East. So it's the same thing. You're giving us a lot of info. You're giving us a lot of things. We want to know, how did that started? This job.
Yeah. Again, I was in touch with all these people, with Cooke and Red and Sea Motion, because we used to meet again in different expos, and suddenly I got an offer from, one of my, close friend who he's a long associate of Cooke, and he started talking to me that we are going to expand. Are you interested? Will you be really interested? I said, I don't know, because I don't know if people will accept me, because I work for a company now. Again, I will work for another company, which is a competition. And immediately that person, his name is Thomas, he said, have you spoken anything bad about other lenses? I said, never. I never speak, because we know, everybody knows as a professional, there is no perfect lens. You can't say this is the best, that is the best. Everybody has got their own.
Yeah.
So he said, no, it doesn't matter. Try. Then we started negotiating, and I think the offer was good and it was comfortable. And they offered me a bigger region, actually. In Zeiss, I was only doing India. Mm-hmm. Here they gave me director of sales for India, Middle East and Africa. Mm-hmm. Because I also spent some time, 2 years in Africa. So that experience gave me a lot of things. So I accepted the offer, and since 2022, August or something, I started working with Cooke. Mm-hmm. And here we are in a podcast.
So let's talk about the company a bit. Let's know a bit.
Yeah.
There is amazing line of lenses, variety, whatever cinematographer or your videographer you want to pull in. I would say Cooke is an amazing thing to go to. It's an amazing market. They have a lot of variety, a lot of length. The length is amazing. They have a lot of effects. Now, what makes it special to go into that company? Why should I buy the lenses?
I wouldn't force anybody to buy anything, lenses. Mostly sales happens because of relationship, and if you can give a customer a solution, then try to sell, things will happen. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And Cooke, Cooke is a very special company, because if you take any other company, they do a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Plus lenses. But Cooke only does cinema lenses.
Yeah.
Yes, very specific. And almost 90% of the lenses are done handmade. And it's a very special lenses. It's like what you see is, there is a phrase called the Cooke Look. A lot of people would have heard this.
Yes.
It's got a particular look which cinematographers love. This term was termed by cinematographers, the Cooke Look. So I think that's a speciality. You can't force anybody to shoot with anything. Nobody. That's what I believe. You can't force them.
Yeah.
So what we do is,
Make them love it.
this particular business is different. Most of the time in cinema, the end user doesn't invest. It is a rental house which invests.
Yeah.
So you come from the end user. So you create a demand from the end user, the cinematographer, the DOP, who makes the decision whether he wants to shoot, he doesn't want to shoot. From there, he checks with the rental houses whether you have these lenses. Somebody's talking about these lenses, I think. So he does his own research, and then what happens is they start testing these lenses. Okay, this is nice, this is not good, kind of thing. They, when you start a film, you start testing with. So I've been with a lot of cinematographers when they are during the tests of lenses. In those times, you try to learn a lot. I mean, you learn a lot from these people also. Some people are very vigorous in testing. They test each and every lens in each and every, feet, distance. And there are so many things you learn about the lenses because when they test. Actually, as a cinematographer, you should know about your lenses, but you don't need to know, what glass goes into all these kind of things.
Yeah.
There are some people who ask you all these questions also, but even we as a salesperson, we have visited the factory twice. We know a little limited knowledge. I mean, about the lenses. It's not like 100% we know about all the things. There are certain things which we require to know. There are certain things you don't need to know. I mean, like end user don't need to know what. Sometimes some people have asked me, what is the MTF of this lens?
Why do you want to know
exactly?
This is the question you should ask them.
Yeah, you are an artist. You're
an
artist. So this is like a painting brush or something. You use it to paint whatever you want.
Some people go like, how many lenses are inside and what's the depth between them? And I'm like, it takes a nice photo.
Yeah, it's like you ask a painter how many hairs are there in the brush.
Yeah.
What how did you as long as it paints well. I mean, if the strokes are good, it's good, fine.
Now, let's say if I go to the Cooke lens and I'm talking to Peter, not talking to the director of sales.
Exactly.
I'm talking to Peter.
Plain.
What is your favorite lens between them all? And why?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah?
To be honest, because it's not like you shot with all the lenses and you know exactly what I want.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I don't know what is my favorite lens. You give any lens, we can shoot. I can shoot.
Yeah.
I also believe that it's not man. It's always the man behind the machine. It's not these tools. These are tools which will enhance your work. And I like wide lenses. I mean, I like anamorphics.
Yeah?
Yeah, because of its character. I like Cooke lenses. I can't say, okay, I love this lens because of this. No, it's very difficult.
So there isn't a specific lens?
There might be, but I'm not experienced to, know. I've not shot all the lenses to say, okay, this is my, perfect lens.
Yeah.
I think we should talk to some well-experienced cinematographers.
Someone that holds a lens all the time.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let's say as the sales director, if I looked at a shot that's not edited, nothing, just out of the camera, how can I say this is a Cooke Look?
Okay. That also needs a lot of
knowledge
and experience.
Yeah.
If you are an expert, yes, you can say that. But if you're a layman, it's very difficult to say.
Yeah. So videographers know, cinematographers knows that.
A lot of cinematographers know it. lot of cinematographers. Mm-hmm. A layman wouldn't care whether it's shot with Cooke or it's shot with that lens or it's shot with, because, you know, the story is most important.
Yeah.
So there was an experiment long back. So they shot the same scene with different cameras, and they played it at once and nobody could say the difference between this lens or that lens and all stuff, even if you're an expert. There is a very unique feature on this Cookes.
Yeah.
They say the Cooke Look, as we started before. You take a frame.
Yeah.
In the frame, there is a sweet spot, which is all in focus. From that sweet spot onwards, there is a gradual fall off, and there is a little bit of barrel distortion, and a little bit of all this makes the Cooke lens stand out, because what happens is it gives you a three-dimensional, the image stands out of the background.
Because of that effect that's giving it.
Yeah.
So you have a glimpse of what's a Cooke Look.
Yeah.
You need to buy one to know it more.
Exactly.
Definitely. See, sales? I can go sales.
Yeah.
It's good.
100%,
It's good.
100%.
Okay, now let's say, if you have unlimited budget, unlimited experience and everything, what's the perfect lens that you would wish to have been created with that? What is it? What's going to be like the features of this lens?
Unlimited budget,
unlimited things you can do to the lens. Give us an idea of one lens you think this is going to be the ultimate lens. Nothing can be better than this. As Peter, not as a salesperson, just as Peter. You would love to have this 24/7, this ultimate lens.
I think I like the Pancros.
Okay.
It's not a big budget lens.
Yeah.
But the Pancros are fantastic lenses.
Yeah.
I think it's more than enough. I mean, it's like horses for courses.
Okay.
So I will ask you the same question. If you have an unlimited budget,
yeah,
and what car will you go for? That kind of question this is.
Yeah, something that's not going to break.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So sometimes you think, okay, luxury, maybe I should go for a Rolls Royce. But a Rolls Royce, you cannot take it to the desert.
Definitely.
But if you have a Range Rover, yes, you can do the desert, but it's not like a Land Cruiser, right? So most of the time is horses for courses. So it's very difficult to say this is the best lens, but I would like to have a Pancros with me, It's nice. It's good.
To have it like...
It's not the expensive, no most expensive. I
think
this is the... in the cinema lens, it's the least expensive.
If Peter is not into production, there is no production, there is nothing out of this, where would you be? Out of the production. You're no longer into production.
Yeah, you mean to say you retired life or something?
No. If you're retired life, you would be, let's say, a photographer. Let's say there is no photography, no videography. Where would you be?
I'd like to be a carpenter.
Carpenter?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Somehow I love it.
Yeah?
Yes. Now also I do a lot of carpentry. If I see some carpentry is happening, the joineries they make in the Japanese style, I'm maybe 0.001% professional compared to them.
Yeah.
But I would love to be them one day.
We've been doing this show for years. It's the first time I hear someone that wants to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
It's too much details, too much.
I think it's a fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing like measure twice, cut once. You have to measure. Measurement is the most important thing in a carpentry. Because if you make one mistake, that's all you ruin.
It's done. The material is gone.
I've done so many mistakes.
Definitely. Even in production, we do disasters.
Yeah. But this is one job I would love to. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I tell everybody, my retirement, I'm going to make a nice workshop.
There is no post-production to fix.
Exactly.
Are you with or against post-production fix?
No. See, you can fix in post, nothing wrong with it, because you have the technology, everything. But what you can do before, pre-production is the most important thing. You plan properly. You plan properly. You shoot properly. What you cannot fix, then you try to fix it in the post. That's what I believe. I mean, that you have to have a discipline. I mean, that's what little bit of lack. I feel there is a little bit of lack of discipline nowadays. But in cellular film days, I think discipline was everything. You do so much of rehearsal, everything is set right, then you start rolling the camera.
Even, as you said, you try to be a one-person show, let's say one-person production team.
Yeah.
Now, let's say a lot of people now these days are one-person production team. They are the camera people, they are the light, and they are everything. So let's say if you're going to a production outside of your country, you're traveling, and you're a cinematographer or cameraman or videographer.
Yeah.
What would be in your bag to do this? You have your bag, you want to pack it now and go. What's going to be in Peter's bag?
I think enough batteries.
Enough batteries?
Yeah.
So big batteries?
Yeah.
Which camera?
Now I think FX3 is a fantastic camera.
FX3?
Yeah.
2 lenses. 2 lenses in the bag. It's a small bag.
Yeah.
It doesn't carry a lot. So 2 lenses. Give me 2 lenses. What would you have with you?
So I would say 18mm and a 32mm or something.
18
and 32.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, 32 I know. Why 18?
If you're traveling, you need wide shots.
Yeah.
You can live without a telly. But you want to show where you are, That's what the whole story is.
Nice.
Wide shots,
Nice. So you're a person that likes wide shots.
Yeah, I love wide shots.
Oh. Okay, so wide shots, cinematography, 32, a lot of batteries. So, okay. Can you tell us something you did? Your country, your hometown has amazing outdoor shoots. Have you did a famous movie shot over there that you were from the production team?
See, when I was in India, I only went to my hometown. My hometown is a host. They don't have production there. Mm-hmm. So the production has to come from different cities, Chennai or something. Okay. So I was living in Chennai when I was trying to become a cinematographer. So only once I came back to my hometown to do some shoot. That was a corporate film for tea estates, tea plantation. So that is only one time. So when I came there was so many friends of mine came to see me. It was fun. Other than that, I have not been to my hometown on production.
Yeah, so you're just visiting most of the time.
Yeah.
But doing productions with Bollywood, with India, you're talking about one of the top countries in the world, and
it is. Yeah.
It's very demanding.
It is.
Can you give us a bit from that experience?
I used to work with a friend. And he was the main DOP. Okay. I was not.
Yeah.
I used to assist and associate with him. I think we were very young, 23, 24 or something. So he got a feature film. One of the top productions in Bollywood. We went there. We did our first schedule. After that, we couldn't survive because it was too much for us. We were too naive.
Yeah.
That was my last production. First and last big production.
Yeah.
Then from there, I moved to Dubai to do
You realize that's not the place you want to be.
It's not realization. I still didn't realize, but you know, I was actually struggling to make a living also.
Yeah.
I come to Dubai, do some project. When you are okay, then you go back. But when I came here, I felt so comfortable because every month you were getting some steady income.
Yeah.
So I stayed.
You told us when you showed up to Kuwait, you went to a production shoot, something with Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us.
See,
We want to know a bit.
yeah, I've been to a lot of sets because this is my job.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to the sets and all the top sets in India I've been. And wherever I go, if it is my region, I try to go to the sets so that one, we learn a lot about the cinematography, and the cinematographers also would like to connect with us. If there is any issues or problems, you say, we are there to support you.
Yeah.
So it gives you a kind of, a support to them.
Connectivity to the
Exactly.
brand.
Correct. So like this. So as soon as, we decided this in Dubai itself, because I met Sadek in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Sadek said, okay, there is a Netflix shoot happening. I'll take you to the set. I was so excited. Came here. So as soon as I came here, Sadek was in Dubai or something. So he came down around 9 o'clock. He texted me, I'm still in Dubai, but 9 o'clock I'll be at home. Around 8:45 something, he texted me. He said, I'm home. You want to come? So I had a shower. From there, I took a cab and went home. Went to his place. He showed me he's got a small DI suite. So from there, we went to the set. It was a Netflix production. It's a Kuwaiti local production, a Kuwaiti director. The DOP is quite famous, Igor.
Mm-hmm.
He shot quite big projects in Hollywood. And when we arrived there was a lot of things were happening. Then they took a break, went inside, and we spoke with them, and it was fun. I mean, the fun means each and every time you do this, it's new, something you learn, or something you connect, some new people you connect, and all stuff. So that way it is good. It's part of my job. I mean, I like to do this and keep people in the network.
Now I'm going to ask you fast questions. I want fast answer, and then we're going to talk. First thing in your brain, shoot it out.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Photo or video?
Video.
So you're into videography more than photography. You did photography.
Yeah.
Handheld or stabilizer on videography?
Handheld.
Oh, second time we get a handheld. Why? Why handheld? I love to know why.
Because my hands are steady. They used to call me, sometimes they used to call me Pete Cam. There were days when you shoot with handheld, maybe 3-4 hours you're holding your cam.
Yeah.
And I have stood on cars. I've shot from helicopters handheld. Open the door, you tie a monkey belt.
Ooh.
And, Vietnam, in between, weaving through the mountains. This is in Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of tourism films, a lot of shipping. I've done quite. So I like handled.
Anamorphic or classic lenses, the normal lenses?
Anamorphic.
You like the wide. You told us you like the wide lenses. Okay, we're going. You like to shoot sunlight or LEDs, lights?
No LEDs.
Sunlight.
Sunlight, available light, or tungsten, bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not LEDs is not my favorite.
You don't like them? Yeah. Why you didn't choose them? Most people are using them now.
Yeah. It's
but
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel the tungsten or natural light, ambient light is much.
Now this is personal something for you because I think you worked in both sides. Music videos or film production?
That's a quite difficult question.
Yes, I know. And you went into two sides. You tried both of them. So tell us which one.
See, music video, I've done a lot of music videos.
Yes.
Myself, one-man show.
Yeah.
I've done music videos in Africa. Yes, I think production, yes. But if it has a good content, good story or something.
Yeah.
I would love to. I've not done anything big on this production side. We worked for a project in, it was three DOPs. Worked for a project for 6 months or something. I've never seen what we worked for. I mean, it was 6 months, 7 months, and it didn't get released for some time. Yeah. Then we all moved on. Then they said it got released and all stuff. Anyway.
Music video or choose one. You have to go on.
Yeah.
It's always only one answer.
Okay. Production. If good narrative. If it is, the story is fantastic. Yeah.
So production. Yeah. Okay. If there is only one camera you're allowed to use in the set, what would be that camera?
Right now?
Yeah, now. Today.
Yeah. Does it depend any brand or it's a budget or?
Whatever, any camera you want. Whatever camera. On the set, you are allowed to have one camera. What would Peter choose? The one camera.
IMAX. I've not tried it.
IMAX, huh?
I've not tried it. Yeah. Maybe if you give me a chance that you can choose one camera, maybe I should try IMAX. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So IMAX, okay. If on the set you can have only one lens with the camera people, which lens would you put on the camera?
I think I'll go for a 50.
50?
Yeah.
Yeah, most camera people are saying either 50 or 35.
Yeah, 50, 35, that range is good because if you want, you can move.
Yeah.
And there's less distortion in it. And closer to your perspective of your human eye.
It's more comfy to see something shot in that. Okay, now, let's say if there is people who are going into videography, cinematography, they're going into production, they're going into dealing with lenses and these things. What would Peter tell them? This is a guide for you or an advice that you would give them that will put them on that path.
I would say don't try to sell to anybody. Just present yourself. Know your product. Whatever you're doing, before going to the person, know your product. You should be 100%. But then you know more about the competition. So if you're selling a particular brand, you know about your product. You should be thorough in your product. But you should be double thorough in the competition, what they are and what they're coming out, what they're going to do in future. So you have to have for example, you take one particular product which is being released today. You have to relate this product to previous what it was or what in the future it's going to be. Plus, what is the equivalent of this that's what I would advise. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Peter, for the podcast. We enjoyed maybe about 40 minutes of a talk.
This is my first time. Thank you so much for introducing me to a podcast.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And we hope to see you again in a podcast and in a talk in AAB. يعطيكم العافية ونشوفكم مرة ثانية بحلقة ثانية. لايك وشير وسبسكرايب ونشوفكم بودكاست AAB.